YouTube, I am back way too soon. So, you know, I have all these lists of videos that I think would be like good and helpful as I'm doing my day-to-day routine. I'm like, alright, I should do a video on this just to show how blah 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 goes down or blah blah blah. So, wasn't supposed to do a video today. Today's supposed to be a lab day. It was one of those days where it just starts off bad. I was supposed to be here first thing this morning. I got a new employee, Katie, who hopefully you'll meet in the next couple of days. She'll be here tomorrow. But my kid was sick, or he had this eye thing happening. Take him to, you know, what should have been a quick visit to the doctor to get some drops. Turns out he's got a concussion and made his eyes dilated, all this stuff. They had to send us to the hospital. So it's like freaking 1:30 and I'm just now getting to work. So anyways, again, I was supposed to spawn some new chestnuts because if you saw my last video, the chestnuts were phenomenal. They're pretty much all gone. I think I have like 2 blocks that are still left fruiting, and I was going to put some weight on them and then harvest, but that's it. And as I said, they take a long time. They took like January, February, almost 2 months from spawn to harvest. So I'm like, shoot, I need to get on it now. So I'm actually going to wind up double spawning this batch, which that'll probably be another video. Anyway, damn, it's already a minute 30. Let me get to the point. So the point is, I'm getting here late, 1:30. Normally I'm in here, you know, no later than 9 on a school day. Usually, actually, no, actually like 8. Made a big mistake. Mistakes mean money, alright? And, yeah, TR was just talking about it on his video the other day. Like, you're going to make mistakes, you're going to do this, you're going to get, you know, mold, whatever, all this stuff. So I made a big mistake. I need oyster mushrooms like nobody's business. I've got chefs literally contacting me. I had 3 chefs contact me last week, and I'm having to delay them or to send them away because I don't have enough mushrooms for all of my customers. So I need to get my production back up. I need to get up to that. I need to go back to that 100-pound a week volume that I was doing like 4 weeks ago, but I stopped for reasons, and it, you know, it doesn't catch up for a couple of weeks. And that's going to be yet another video on how to succession grow your stuff, just kind of like how you would do in a garden or whatever. The mistake. I'm in my cleaning mode. I pretty much clean, I spot clean my grows every single day. Maybe that's the wife, the mother in me, I don't know, but I'm on my hands and knees scrubbing, you know, not like elaborately, but at least every other day, if not every day. So yesterday I noticed that my Ventec fan, which is my exhaust fan, it was all gunked up, and underneath on the bottom of it there was just a lot of dark brown spores. It's from the shiitake. It's in my big grow, and if you recall, I have a lot of shiitake blocks in there right now, and it's making a mess in that big grow for whatever reason. The little one where the rest of the shiitake are, it's fine. So I gotta figure something out. Regardless, I was like, okay, I'm gonna clean around the Ventec fan, right? Mine, I don't have a cover on it, alright? And even if I did, it's just not good to be like working around things that are electric and you're in water. I don't trust it. So anytime I'm like moving stuff, if I can help it, that's powered, I unplug it and then I do my business, right? So, oh, and one time I got too close. Again, no cover on it, which that's so freaking stupid. But now, you know, I learned my lesson. I had my mask on, but your mask has these little things. So I had my mask on like this, right? And shit, these little freaking things, you know, they're supposed to go around your neck like that. I didn't have them. I didn't have it hooked, and I'm like cleaning whatever. Why does this bee get caught up in the Ventec? And like what if that was my hair? I mean, God forbid I have a hair extension that went in there, messed that up. I mean, I would have really been pissed then. But anyways, so what do? I need to clean. I unplug it. This was yesterday, 2 o'clock. It's 1:30, 24 hours later. All the oysters that were in there, and I put a lot. I got like probably 60 blocks of oysters right now. About 60 blocks that are in there right now at various stages. Why are they all like shut up through the daggone like roof practically, like they're wanting to be like a tree trunk, just growing so fast, that quick, 24 hours without having any airflow in that grow, except for the passive air. That's really more for air coming in. jacked up all my oysters. So I'm pissed right now. I'm going to show you. So right now I turned the fan on. I turned it up as high as it would go because, you know, I have the little dial where you can dial it back or have it full blast. I've got it on full blast. What I would love to do is literally open up the doors to my grow and like kind of wave in some fresh air, but I got all those spores. So I don't want all the spores getting out everywhere. So I'm like, all right, I just got to let the fan do its thing, and, you know, there's nothing else that I can do. So I'm going to take you inside once the fog is gone, and I can actually like show you and see better what I'm talking about. But this batch, you know, all the oysters that I was planning on for next week, they're going to look like straight shiznit. Shiznit. And I'm pissed. Again, this is supposed to be a spawn day, and now I'm in reactionary mode. So this is why I was saying mistakes can be so costly. So I'll take you in just a minute, and I'm just going to sit here and stew and wallow in my sorrow for a minute until that happens.
Okay, so these are some of the oysters that we're just pinning. You can see that they are leggy as hell. All that stem should not be there. It should not be like that. These here, I might be able to save, like they might, you know, they might not turn out like this. I'm just going to keep my exhaust turned up way high. Now, luckily, these blocks have not yet started to pin, thank the Lord. Here's another note, though. So here's my shiitake. The shiitake are freaking thriving in this shit. The reason why is that shiitake actually don't need, they don't need fresh air. They're good with like very little to no air exchange. So they're looking phenomenal. By the way, these are TR's blocks from Earth Angel Mushrooms. I highly, highly recommend them. He is the shiitake king. So if you don't have the room in your lab and all that, in your incubation room to grow shiitake, or at least to let them incubate or whatever, let him do that for you. Buy the blocks from him, and then all you have to do is fruit them. They come ready to fruit, and they will fruit in about 10 days. So these bad boys look great, and thank God they do, because if it wasn't for them, I would not be able to sell shit next week. Here's some goldens over here. Those are leggy as hell, so leggy. Now luckily those and those, you know, they might be able to be saved. These, I mean, they're pretty and all, but yeah, I mean, they should not be all turned up like that. That's more of an issue with me not being here this morning and harvesting them. Those look good. They look pretty good. So what that tells me, I'm not a freaking genius, but I'm guessing, since these look so good, I'm guessing that golden oysters don't need quite as much fresh air as blue oyster or gray oyster. Again, they look funky, they're all turned up. That's more for me not harvesting them quick enough. I should have harvested them when they were like this. I just wasn't here, I was at the freaking hospital, you know. This is some cinnamon cap that's left. They look totally fine. They're a little past prime. I should have picked these again early this morning, which is what I normally would have. So that tells me they don't need as much fresh air, which isn't a surprise. It's the blue oysters really need the most. So here's some more that have been pinning. Leggy, leggy, leggy. I mean, these things need to be in a damn Hanes stocking commercial. They're so leggy. I mean, look at this thing. That's freaking ridiculous. I mean, that's ridiculous. So, you know, these are just starting here. So I'm not happy. I'm not happy at all.
All right. So, moral of this story is you gotta have triple checks and balances. Like, I might even go as far, especially now that I've got Katie working for me. I mean, hell, I can't even get this stuff right myself, and I know it needs to be done. Especially when you hire an employee, you need to have some checks and balances, systems, things to check before you leave. And sometimes even when you do that, you get so used to looking at it that you kind of stop looking at it. But I've got to try a couple things that are easy mistakes to jack up, and it's because I've already done them. One, turning off a fan, any kind of fan, internal fans, exhaust fans, whatever, turning it off to clean or whatever, and not turning it back on, because just a short amount of time can screw up your stuff. Two, I've got my sterilizer here. You can't see it, but it's right here. I'm unloading bags from the sterilizer. That was going to be what I was going to spawn with today, because they're nice and cool. There's a valve on there to let water out. So every time I'm finished with a batch and it's cooled off, whatever, I open the valve so the water can leave the sterilizer, and then I shut it back, fill it with extra water. So one time I forgot to close the valve, so I'm putting water into the sterilizer, but it's going out damn near just as fast. So that's a problem. Also, another thing I did with the sterilizer recently, I was showing Katie how it works and everything, and I turned on my PID controller, which starts the heating. It turns on the heating element, basically. And I started the heating element without there was water in there, but it wasn't above the damn heating element yet. And then I started feeling this heat, and I'm like, damn. And the reason I did that, I wanted the water to kind of start going ahead and getting warm, even though we weren't done filling up the bags. I'll never do that again. I'll fill it all up, all the bags, put the lid on, then turn on the PID to start the water. So bottom line, I could have fried my my heating element. I didn't, and I wasn't anywhere close to that. But yeah. So a whole bunch of stuff that can go wrong with your sterilizer. So many other things, but those are the two things right off the top of my head that I've screwed up just this week alone. So I mean, who the hell? It's not even Friday yet. Who the hell knows what else I'm gonna do to screw things up? But checks and balances, start doing that. Do that as much as you can. Write, not even notes, write some things in the room, post it. And maybe if you know what I might do? Literally, I might have almost like an Excel spreadsheet with lab work day. Open the valve, turn on the valve, turn on the PID, shut the PID off. When I clean, did you turn on the fans? All these things, you literally have to check the box, and that will remind you of doing that. And so I think I might do that and maybe post it on the outsides of each room. Sounds great. Let's just hope that I have the time to actually do it. If I do, not if, when, I will show you what I've done, and I'm sure I'll share with you any kind of spreadsheet or something that I'll create. But anyways, take care, learn from my mistakes. If this has been helpful, just some things to avoid, give me a thumbs up, subscribe, even if you know these mistakes and you've already done them yourselves, give me a thumbs up anyway, so I appreciate it. Take care and have a great one, guys.
Okay, so this is 2 days, I guess. So no, it was yesterday. Yesterday was the day that I came in. It was the day from hell that I went to the grow and, realized that I had left the exhaust off. Bottom line, in the end, what I wound up doing is I called TR on the phone in a panic, and I said, what do I do? Do I open up the doors to the grow, let spores fly, or whatever? And what I did in the long run, I opened up the doors to the grow for about an hour. I also opened up all the doors to the cabin and as many windows as I could. The exhaust fan was turned up. Oh, by the way, this is my little girl Lola. This is my youngest child. How old are you?
5.
Yeah, she's 5. And do you help me with the animals and the mushrooms sometimes? Okay, so anyways, so I opened up the doors to the grow, to the cabin, and just let it all, air out and, whatever. In the end, that didn't even matter because it didn't save them at all. So today when I went in with Katie, we did a new batch and everything, which that was another debacle, which I think I put a note in there. It's 3 mistakes in 1 week. Hopefully next week is better. But regardless, even opening the grow up and doing all that, it didn't change the legginess. And I knew it wasn't going to, but I was just trying. It didn't change how jacked up everything that was growing in there was. What it could have done, though, is to further help the things that were pinning. Hopefully those are going to be okay, and I'll know within a few days. I'm sure I'll do a little update. But the ones that, that were leggy, they're still leggy. So what I'm going to do, what I have been doing, and I don't know if I've told you that I've been doing one and done blocks. So as soon as it fruits, I've been getting rid of them so that I can make room for new blocks. And that is because I need so much production. I don't have the time to wait that extra week or 10 days for it to fruit to only get another ½ pound. It's a time cost ratio. Again, another video. I'm always saying another video, but really another video. So that's what I wound up doing, opening up all the windows, the doors, and getting all that carbon dioxide out. So that's what happened. I'm sure no one's gonna watch the rest of the video. The people stop at marker 5 or 5 minutes in, and so I'm gonna have a lot of comments below on what they would have recommended that I do, maybe open the doors and everything. So forgive me if I don't answer with tact, put it that way. All right, peeps, stay chill. I'm having some wine. It's Friday. See ya. Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.